greater spotlight on some of the details that you have to be good at, that Caitlin could cover up with her incredible skill, her range, the way she creates.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wnba Core. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. Today, we have another deeply compelling story lined up for you, so make sure you stay with us until the very end. If this is your first time here, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Now, let's jump right into today's breakdown. In total secrecy, without a formal press release, a media alert, or even a single social media post, Caitlin Clark walked into Nike's high-security studio. But she didn't walk in alone, she had just one person alongside her, Sophie Cunningham. Not her head coach, not her executive manager, and not even her family members. Asterisk, quick pause. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to Wnba Core. Believe it or not, over 90% of our viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's completely free, takes just a second, and means the world to our team. Have you subscribed already? Excellent, thank you so much for the support. Now, back to the video. Asterisk. What unfolded inside that studio wasn't just a momentous occasion, it was deeply emotional, personal, and virtually unseen in the history of professional basketball. A rising superstar voluntarily shared a piece of her $25 million corporate empire on camera without a second thought. And because of that gesture, the dynamics of the WNBA have shifted forever. Hit the like button if you feel like you're watching a mastermind play high-level chess while the rest of the sports world is playing simple checkers. Subscribe now, because Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the sport, she is rewriting how athlete power is executed. Nike's interest in Caitlin Clark began long back during her Iowa days. When asked during her career about matching up against other top-tier Nike athletes, Clark admitted it was a tough question, noting that competing alongside iconic figures who have led the sport for years was a special experience. Even from the opposing bench, she admired their relentless competitive drive. Behind the scenes, Nike began mobilizing massive corporate resources behind her brand. As official merchandise started rolling out, fan excitement reached unprecedented levels. Fans eagerly awaited her signature shoe, anticipating how Nike would showcase her impact. The corporate boardrooms moved quickly when she dropped 40-point games on national television in packed arenas that even some NBA teams struggled to fill. When they finalized her record-breaking $25 million endorsement contract, the largest in WNBA history, Nike executives assumed the setup was complete. They envisioned Clark operating as a solitary global icon, the sole face on every major billboard. However, Clark had a completely different vision. She had no intention of building her legacy as a solo act. A week before her major Nike campaign was scheduled to launch, Clark made a discreet request. She asked Nike to craft a custom gold presentation box containing an unreleased prototype sneaker, a sleek white and gold colorway with "Legacy" stitched onto the tongue, bearing not just her initials, but also the initials of Sophie Cunningham. Nike representatives initially hesitated. Endorsement deals of this scale simply don't operate that way. But Clark remained firm. She made it clear that she didn't reach this level of success by herself, and she wasn't planning to stand alone moving forward. Nike agreed to the request. On the day of the shoot, surrounded by production crews and flashing cameras, Clark unveiled the box, turned to Cunningham, and said, "This belongs to both of us." In doing so, she shared half of the global spotlight, a move no WNBA superstar had ever pulled off before. Cunningham may not be the highest profile name or the loudest voice in every room, but she is unquestionably one of the toughest competitors on the court. She spent years grinding in the league, enduring hard fouls, physical play, and continuous trash talk. Even in preseason matchups where Clark wasn't in uniform, Cunningham's veteran presence was unmistakable. When official footwear releases drop, demand is off the charts, selling out within minutes across major secondary platforms like GOAT, reinforcing who drives the box office appeal in modern women's basketball. Opposing teams and coaches frequently note how much a player like Clark changes defensive schemes, forcing entire rosters to adapt to her presence on the floor. When Clark entered the WNBA, she immediately faced intense physical defense, media scrutiny, and aggressive targeting on the court. Cunningham stepped up as her primary defender on the floor when others hesitated, taking the hits, speaking out publicly, and absorbing technical fouls and fines to shield her teammate. Clark never forgot those actions, privately noting that while Cunningham wasn't obligated to protect her, she did so anyway, and that's the exact type of teammate she values most. That golden presentation box wasn't merely a luxury gift, it was a physical statement of gratitude. When details of the moment leaked online, social media platforms exploded. Aya Wilson responded with a single emoji, while Angel Reese went live to react. Inside the Fever locker room, initial silence gave way to emotional reactions. Teammates felt inspired rather than envious, recognizing that Clark was actively sharing her platform and resources with those who stood by her. Clark did far more than sign a shoe deal, she broadcasted a message that power, loyalty, and success are meant to be shared. Behind the scenes, Nike is adapting to this model. Reports suggest the legacy line will allow Clark to highlight a deserving player each year, creating an annual collaborative release based on earned merit rather than mere publicity. This isn't just a simple endorsement strategy, it's the construction of a lasting sports dynasty. A core power dynamic like this has never existed in the WNBA, and Clark built it herself. Fittingly, the first name engraved in gold on that initiative belongs to Cunningham. The WNBA remains a grueling league, rookies face tough physical play, rivalries run hot, and media skepticism is constant. Yet Clark's actions serve as a powerful reminder of a deeper principle: those who shield you deserve to be elevated by you. True leadership means lifting others as you climb. In modern basketball, impact is measured by much more than simple box score points. Clark proved that she isn't just the marketable face of the league, but its cultural heart as well. Greatness ultimately stems from what an athlete gives back, not just what they collect. Let us know in the comments below who you think Clark should select for the next Golden Box release, because this journey is only beginning. As this story unfolds, one overarching truth remains clear: in professional sports, the defining moments don't always happen during regulation play. The stories that resonate longest with fans often occur away from the cameras, where character matters far more than career statistics and respect carries more weight than trophy cases. Throughout her rise, Clark has earned praise for her deep shooting range, court vision, and unwavering confidence. Those traits made her a household name. However, every elite athlete eventually faces a broader standard of evaluation. People look beyond the scoring titles to ask critical questions about leadership, team culture, and long-term legacy. The discussion surrounding this Nike collaboration has sparked meaningful debate among sports fans. Many view it as a reminder that success gains deeper value when it elevates peers, while others see it as a masterclass in standing by those who support you during challenging transitions. Regardless of individual perspective, values like loyalty, trust, and mutual respect remain the foundation of every championship culture. Those attributes cannot be tracked by television metrics, contract valuations, or trending topics. They are forged over time through consistent actions and unconditional support. The WNBA is currently experiencing unprecedented growth. Attendance is rising, television viewership continues to break records, and a new generation of athletes is entering the sport with bigger aspirations than ever before. That momentum is built on the contributions of countless players who paved the way over decades, with every generation adding a vital chapter to the league's history. Intense competition and fan debates will always drive sports culture, but the game reaches its highest potential when top competitors challenge and support one another simultaneously. As fans, it is also important to maintain perspective between compelling narrative moments and officially verified reports, as online stories evolve rapidly. Yet, the core takeaway remains timeless: basketball is inherently larger than individual accolades or personal brand deals. The most revered athletes in history are remembered not just for their personal records, but for how they impacted their teammates, their sport, and the future of the game. Thank you so much for watching the entire video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to WNBA Core, and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming sports stories. We want to hear your perspective in the comments section below. What stands out to you most about Caitlin Clark's overall impact on the league, and which player do you feel has been most influential in growing the modern game? Keep the discussion respectful in the comments. Until next time, stay safe, keep supporting the sport, and we will see you in the next video.